All right. Welcome back to the That's It Fantasy Football Podcast. Week number 5 in the books as we embark on the week 6 journey. What?
I thought you got it wrong for a sec, so I was already shaking my head. Like, no.
Week 5. No. I had it right.
Pro.
That was a fun week, huh?
Wild.
No.
Jake disagrees.
Okay.
No.
You know, it wasn't a wild week. Nothing wild about it. Nothing surprised you.
No.
Okay.
No.
Everything went exactly as predicted.
Not personally.
Okay. Well, we'll see if everything went exactly as predicted. Let's jump right into our predictions. Our predictions from last week and what we have for this week. So let's give that a try.
Alrighty. We got last week's results coming up the rear. Jake, 2 correct, 4 incorrect. I bested him by 1, pulled a nice 3-3. Joey Bone, top of the table, 4 correct. Nicely done, nicely done. That puts our season totals at Jose in the back, 13 correct, 17 incorrect, 433 percentage. I'm an even 15. I'm an even 15 and 15, batting 500. And Jake's still on top, 18 correct, 12 wrong, 600 average.
Okay. So, I mean, everything didn't go as planned as last week. I mean, there was some stuff that was a little, unpredictable.
Yeah, you know.
So yeah. I guess, Lai, you want to start reading off some matchups, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, man, sounds good. First matchup, like I said, I was going to start with me. I am playing Tom this week. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. Who's up?
I'll lend you my team name if you'd like. You could be Bricktown Urgent Care because your team got some injuries. Rashad Bateman not being there kind of sucks. And I'm pretty sure you have some buys coming up, which also sucks, a la Dameon Pierce. And I think Tom's probably going to pierce this one right through. So I will go with Tom.
Jake, who you got, bud?
I felt the wrath of your team, and that's with Aaron Jones doing nothing. You're still starting a guy now who got shot. However, I'm going to give it to you. I still think Josh Allen, I'm sure that scares you, but that's about the only thing scary on his list, so I'll give it to you.
Well, I'm not going to give it to myself because I have 3 top guys on buys and at least 3 injured at the moment. Who knows how much worse that's going to get. I'm going with Tom. Our next wonderful matchup, Brian is playing Jake. So therefore, I will start with my prediction. I'm going with B. Rich. I think he's going to get that Jalen Hurts magic, rubbing in Jake's face a little bit, so he'll have that scenario where his quarterback for his real team's doing awesome, but he's like getting daggers at the same time. And Jake's hurting at running back a little bit, so I think that might come into play too. So I'm going with Brian.
Always.
So I was originally looking forward to this Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson matchup, and we're not going to get it. Now we're going to get a Herbert Hurts matchup, and I think Hurts can do some damage, but I don't think Herbert's a scrub. So I kind of feel like while it might not cancel out, it'll balance out. And I don't see who the fuck he's going to put to balance out Cooper Kupp. And for that reason, I'm going with Jake.
Woo. You sporting yourself, Jake?
Tell us why you're going for Brian.
And I'm strictly talking about just wide receivers.
Yeah.
Fair. I like it.
Who you got for yourself, Jake?
I like this guy's team right here, the McAfrican Americans. I'm a big fan of their team. I like how they started 2 running backs for the first time all week. They're changing their running backs. I like that. Seems like they picked up 2 players off the waiver wire. Benjamin, who's going to come in here, and he gets a starting spot. Kenneth Walker just needed that injury to happen. Now he's an RB1. I really like this team still. Kirk sucks. Justin Herbert does play against the Broncos, so the better he does, actually hurts Brian 2 times. So that's going to be interesting. Brian's team's different today than it will be on Sunday. However, all good things come to an end. I'm back in the W streak. Put me over there. Give me the win.
You got it. It's noted. I can't give you the win, but you know what I mean. All right, next matchup, and the third one in a row featuring a podcast member here. Adam is facing Jose. Jake, who you got?
When in doubt, pick Adam. Am I right? Miles Sanders had an off game. He'll be a little better. Again, this team can switch on the other side as well. Travis Kelce, a beautiful stat line last week. He's got to pick up a kicker. I'm sure he knows that.
It's on his bench.
On the bench. Not going to make a difference. I'm going to go with Adam.
All right.
I like this. Yeah.
We'll let Jose hype his team up last. I'm also picking Adam. I do, however, think it's going to be a very close game, a very tough battle. They're both at pretty much full strength. I know some people are having bye-week issues, but it looks like these guys might not. But I think Jose is going to get the curse of his Pitts dilemma, and that's going to be the difference for him. And Adam's going to eke one out here.
First off, Adam's only bye is a kicker. I want that to be clear.
Yeah.
My bye is Amon St. Brown, who's currently ranked 10. So I feel like I have more bye problems than he does at this moment. So I already negated that, like, they didn't get hit by buys. However, also Darren Waller's on a bye. So I got 2 people on bye this week. And I don't even care. I will let you know that I didn't forget what Adam did last year rather. I've been salty about that for probably close to 300 days. I'm not going to give him a pass. I'm not going to give him an easy way out. There's a lot of 100 projections this week. My team's not one of them. So he can come out and try to get this fucking W, but I'm not going to lay down and give it to him. That being said, I'm picking Adam.
Well played. Well played. Oh, man. Hit us with a little curveball there at the end. Wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, well.
All right. Next matchup, I'll put in my pick first. We have Magic Mike against Ronnie. And I'm picking Mike because for some reason, this league wanted to let him receive 3 top 10 picks. That is a fact. He has received 3 top 10 picks in trades. So I'm going with him this week.
That's fine. Listen, he had 3 top 10 picks. He also had 2 top 10 picks this week.
Every single one of you that traded.
He had 2 top 10 picks last week and a top 3 quarterback, and he lost. So, any given Sunday, anything can happen. However, even though Ronnie did make a major upgrade at quarterback this week, still giving it to Mike. He's no longer starting Cooper Rush. He's picked up Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Derek Carr is going to outscore Jimmy Garoppolo this week. I don't know. Maybe that's a bold prediction. Maybe not. We'll see how. I still think he's going to outscore Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's definitely a bold prediction then.
So maybe that's a bold prediction, maybe not. No, I'm only kidding. No, I think Mike's going to win.
Jake, you sir.
I have Ronnie in this matchup. Yeah, those trades are crazy. His team looks good, obviously. But by me rewarding Mike with a win on this podcast is just another thing he gets an advantage over. You know, like I can't give him the power. I can't let him think his team's good. His team is.
Please, I know we don't really go into analysis so much, but can you tell me where you see that Ronnie's stronger? Like, where do you see Ronnie's going to just curious.
Of course. I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
You know, he's flexing Diggs, but you could have done that with Lazard. Baltimore D against the Giants. I like it. Defenses have been putting up a lot of points this year. I like it. I think Dobbins is in stride. Lazard is good enough for, 80 yards and a TD. Taysom Hill, maybe that little magic there. That might be the really sneaky, sleepy pick. But we've seen. I mean, Kamara's still, he's still week to week.
Okay.
The projections show. I mean, it's a murder, but things happen.
That's fine.
That's what you're trying to get to, Jose. Huh?
I was just curious, like where he saw the crack in the foundation. Now I know.
There's no way we can still look at these rosters and only go off of like the players, right? Like you see the players' names like on paper, sure, but things happen. Things have been happening. Things are crazy. It's not like, you look at his name, you see Hurts, McCaffrey, Kamara, Mike Evans. Absolutely. But all four of them to click on at all one time, I don't think it'll be this week. That's all.
Okay. Perfect. I appreciate that analysis.
Of course.
Very professional here.
Hashtag analysis.
ESPN, we're coming for you. All right, next matchup. Jeff is playing AJ. Jake, we'll go to you first this time.
That's a good idea here. Let's see. Close predictions. I'm gonna give it to Jeffrey. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a really good matchup in terms of just quarterback and quarterback matchup. Someone has an edge in running back. Someone has an edge in the tight end. Yeah, I still think Jeffrey. I think it's going to be close, but I think Jeffrey's going to sneak it out.
All right. One in for Jeff. Jose, what you feeling?
I'm feeling Jeff's going to win as well. And for the record, I kind of write these down now beforehand because I get carried away in the first couple of weeks where I just kind of let my emotions pick for me. So I chose Jeff, and the only thing I'll say to AJ is playing Jeff is like going to Atlantic City and playing poker with people that don't know how to play poker, and they beat the shit out of you. So enjoy it. I know you had 158 points last week, 150 plus. You're going to need them because Mahomes is playing at a fucking level that is wild. And
Yes,
that Mahomes Buffalo game last year was crazy. And I just feel like it's going to be like a shootout from the jump. So have fun.
Yeah. To round it out, I'm also picking Jeff. Like you said, Mahomes is on fire, and Jeff is our scoring leader throughout the season. So I'm giving him props. I know AJ put up a bunch last week, but going with Jeff. That leaves us our last.
AJ, tell Uncle Lenny I said hello.
Oh boy.
Fucking Lenny Fournette's about to It's gonna be nuts.
Oh god.
Tell him I said hello. All right. Last matchup.
One more matchup. Speaking of uncles and age and stuff, we have our two most senior members duking it out, Charles and Papo.
Charles.
They're gonna tie.
Damn.
Is that your official pick?
No, they're not gonna tie.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Because unlike when they golf, they actually have to keep score in fantasy.
Oh.
So they actually have to keep score here. So hopefully they pay attention to their matchups. They both have Mariota starting. Oh, that's Carson Wentz. Same shit. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, team looks good on paper. I think a tie is possible. I'm going to give it to blind pick. Carson Wentz plays tomorrow. So that means that Dad will have the win by Friday morning. So I'm giving it to Dad.
Wow. Jeez.
Okay. I know I'm going to view this matchup a little differently. I view it as, listen, I don't know shit. I don't know anything. But Tyreek Hill is walking in a boot. Jaden Waddle is really waddling. They have a third-string quarterback. I just don't see it happening. Between Mariota, the third-string quarterback, it's like having two three-string quarterbacks on your team. So, Charles, listen, you got Josh Jacobs on a bye this week, but you still have two power fucking running backs in Mixon and Eckler.
True story.
So, I got to give it to Charles. 2022 crap show. Bopple, bottom six, brother. I'm keeping your seat warm.
Oh boy. Damn. When I was looking at this matchup, I saw it was very close. Then I was looking over and I saw. Seems like there's more Q's over on Papo's side. Plus,
he got a lot of questions.
I think Q's isn't questionable. Not Q's isn't questions, but for that reason, I'm going with Charles as well. So that, my friends, wraps up our Week 6 matchups.
All right. Just doing those matchups maybe have an idea for a bold prediction later. But before we get into bold predictions, let's quickly, because we're already 18 minutes in, let's quickly recap. Let's quickly get into our highs and lows for, our recap of last week. Highs and lows.
Boom. Let's party. Who's up first?
Whoever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, quarterback. Okay, so listen, high quarterback. Josh Allen, 43 points, 400, almost 500 passing yards. He's proven what. Come on, he's Josh Allen.
Agree.
He's him.
I agree.
He's nuts. Do you know he's like 6'6"?
Yeah.
You sent me the TikTok of the herd when he was going his top 10. I thought that was great. I thought it was
fantastic.
Great. He's a giant.
Named every quarterback and
what they're known for.
Skill.
Yeah.
And he's like the guy's tackling him. He's bigger than.
Yeah.
Like he's just Josh Allen.
It looks wild when he runs. He's like just
43 points.
The people. Yeah.
From the end zone, 98-yard touchdown. Like Josh Allen's crazy.
All right, Lau, who you got?
Just on Josh Allen, I said it in our group chat. He had a game's worth of stats in the first half.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like a excellent game's worth in the first half.
Sick.
I am picking someone near and dear to Jose's heart, Geno Smith.
Geno Steaks, baby.
He has been killing it when you thought that Seattle was going to be so washed up, and it's just flat out impressive.
It's the other way around. Russell Wilson stinks.
Yes.
It's been
But we're still on high, so we'll get to that later. Who's your high quarterback, bud?
Not surprising, but he was my high quarterback last week. 29.2 points, 4 touchdowns, all to Travis Kelce. It is none other than Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully he got all those the Kelce touchdowns out of the way, so he doesn't really need that many this week. Maybe just one is okay. So I went with Mahomes.
Alrighty. Do running backs next for the highs?
Yeah, I'll go last on running backs.
All right, Jake, you up?
All right. What are we doing?
High running
Top
back.
running back.
Top running
Last
back.
week.
Okay. I have my top running back is actually Tom Brady's number one receiver. A little tricky there. Fournette. He had like 10 catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it
that's
didn't
it.
stop.
There's no way that's going to stop.
No.
Oh, no, it just
Like-
didn't stop. It just pours on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just now Tom Brady's just going to look. That's it. That's the new route. So that's cool because Fournette was like touchdown list for a while. He was even like, I think week 2, he already tweeted out to his fans saying like, "I got you guys, don't worry." Still didn't do anything. It took Tom Brady just to not be in the right headspace for Fournette to just go up.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Fournette.
I thought
What do you got,
Fournette.
Lau?
I thought Fournette was going to be the guy that got me the 40-point running back that I was calling for, but almost had it. The
close.
person I have chosen scored the exact same amount of points. Won Austin Eckler, 35.9 as well. He also has 112 points on the season, which is wild.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
Well, considering that they came from 2 30-point games.
Yeah, right.
Because his first 2 weeks, he wasn't
Yeah.
that
No,
that wild.
It's even
But
crazier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, I'm 0-5. Okay.
Sure.
I'm a humble 0-5. But I'll tell you this. I've had some guys hitting some highs on this show that ain't never get called up. You guys ain't never picking my squad. So I'll tell you this. He had more points this week than Saquon Barkley. He had more points this week than Dalvin Cook. He had more points this week than Christian McCaffrey. And he had more points this week than Nicholas Chubb. And they all scored 24, 25 plus. With 97 rushing yards, 100 receiving yards, and a touchdown, Brees fucking lightning hall, baby. Put him in the highs. Put him in the highs, baby. Woo! Take it. That's all.
He's playing awesome this year. The Jets are.
I'm just saying,
really well
like,
as well.
he did it. Like, he came through. He did it. Like, that's all. I just want that to be on the record. That's all.
And I think Carter still had a good amount of points too.
Because all those players I named all had like great games.
Yeah.
Like like specifically this week. So
100%. 100%. Way to shout out your own team. I appreciate that. You got to do that once in a while, right?
hey, listen, I put my team on the lows if I have to. I've had Russell Wilson mentioned on the show the first 3 weeks of the thing. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's all.
All right. That moves us to receivers. I'm going to start us off. And I'm going to pick a perennial league favorite, someone who has a lot of history in this league, a lot of renown, as one would say. Tyler Lockett, 27.4 points.
Yo, I'll tell you this. You want to look at Lockett right now? Look at how many receptions he's had in the last 4 weeks. Seriously. Targets versus receptions. Look the last 4 weeks. It's crazy.
High,
Double
low,
digits.
Surprising, yeah.
Oh, it's like 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 11. Like, those are like his targets and catches. Like, it's fucking crazy.
It always gets you points, man. High target receivers in the PPR league.
true.
Jake, who do you got for your high receiver?
I have the man who I put on my low last week. I think he scored 1.8 points, 1 catch for 12 yards. Mr. Josh Allen, bazooka arm recipient, Gabe Do Better Davis.
Yeah.
That man is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Gabe Davis.
Yeah, he's like 98-yard touchdown pass He goes, "We're just getting started. Here's a 62." I mean, I feel like he throws them like this too.
He throws
Like
them any
he's
way
just-
he wants.
He just chucks them. Yeah, it's
It's
great.
wild.
He's crazy. He is crazy.
Yeah, that set the tone at 1:00.
Yeah.
It was like 105, and it's like 98 yards. I'm like, holy shit. So my oh wait, Lau, did you go? You ready?
I did. Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett. So Tyler Lockett and Gabe Do Better Davis. And
That's
I
it.
also had somebody who had a ton of yards and multiple touchdowns, yet did it on 3 receptions. Devontae Adams, 3 catches for 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an assault charge. Listen, I'm telling you this. As much as I put Breece Hall on here, I recognize you guys when you guys have a high as well. Devontae Adams, he's been on the low on this show, but he's been on the high, rightfully so. That over-the-shoulder, beautiful breadbasket catch was gorgeous. So just want that to be highlighted because it was a spectacular catch. You probably have a bye this week, and he probably have a bye next week as well.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm very glad to hear that I'm going to have an extra bye week with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Quarterback lows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is always fun. Love the low segment.
I like this one. I'll start with this one.
Oh yeah, give it to us.
You guys were talking about Mariota being, 2/3 strings and stuff like that. But he was on the bench of somebody's team last week and outscored that person's starting QB because Ryan Tannehill got Bobo 13.5 points.
Damn. Well, he ain't trusting that. He put Mariota right back in.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
Okay.
I'll go with Trevor Lawrence. I'm not even sure how many points he scored. Something about that. It's just about how bad he's been. The Eagles broke him. That hype was so fun for 2 weeks. Since the Eagle game, he hasn't played anywhere near it since the beginning of the season. Couldn't beat the Texans. Texans are garbage. Absolute garbage. Like, they're so garbage. I think they punted more times than Trevor Lawrence completed passes.
I bet you they didn't punt as much as they did last Thursday night.
We don't talk about that.
That was a ton of punts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Trevor Lawrence stinks. He stinks. And that's it. He'll be there next week. Write it in.
All right. This is probably the last time he'll be on the low because he's not rostered currently anymore after this performance. 102 yards, 1.9 points. Cooper Rush.
Oof.
Cooper Rush, baby. More like Pooper Mush.
Did you know if he finished the game?
Yeah.
That might be the lowest score for a quarterback that ever finished a game in this league. Seriously. Oh, no, I'm not even trying to be a smart ass. Like, Ronnie, I get it. Trust me. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm being serious. Like, 1.9, I fucking lose my shit. I'll lose my shit. 1.9 points. That's crazy. It's just crazy.
Always is.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh.
All right. Gets us to RBs.
Next.
Jake, you want to start this one off? Running backs?
Oh, sure. I'll go with Najee Harris. He's another stinker.
Woo.
Has anyone besides the team owner forgot he played in the league? Like, have anyone watched Red Zone or ESPN and seen a clip of that man
I don't think so.
highlighted in any capacity? He's disappeared. Najee Harris
He's a ghost.
is like, there's no way he's that, like, he fell off. Like, crazy. It's just crazy. Like, the Steelers don't have any touchdowns from a receiver through 5 weeks. They have no touchdowns from receiver. Yet they put points on the board. Where are they coming from?
Defense.
Najee Harris should be eating up over there.
Minka
Yeah, it is the
Fitzpatrick.
defense, bro. They have,
Minka Fitzpatrick.
They have no touchdowns. The receivers have no touchdowns. They went to 2 quarterbacks. Najee Harris, I have no idea why he's. I have no. It's a shame. I think he's really good. He was he was a stud last year. He stinks. That's all. He stinks.
I think the Steelers got a lot of stuff to work out, and that's part of it.
All right. Lau, who you got?
Anyway, I'm going to go on to an AFC North rival of theirs. Shout out my own team, my own fandom team, J.K. Dobbins with a 4.4.
Yeah, that hurts.
However, exciting game. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed Lamar Jackson getting points and running yards, but
how many yards did he get?
I recall that.
If you give me a sec, I can give it a look.
Because my low running back of the week had 34 yards for 3.4 points. I mean, I just don't understand how A.J. Dillon is not involved in this offense right now at all.
Whoa.
Like, I don't understand
someone, but he's also involved.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, it'd be one thing if they're like, yo, man, like, we can't give you the rock because Aaron Jones is running it so well.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. That was like
but then they go, but they're like, hey, by the way, hey, AJ, hang out there. Hey, Aaron, we can't give you the rock because these receivers are catching him at an alarming rate. So, like, it can't be like, if you can't pass the ball, run it with these guys or get them involved in the passing game. Like, they're both capable of catching.
It's him and, like, Tony Pollard are, like, the only backup running backs that are drafted every year.
No.
Everyone picks up
Kareem
Madison.
Hunt.
Like, but they're like a tandem.
Yeah, but
Aaron
Jones and A.J. Dillon are a tandem, in my opinion.
I don't see it. Like, Aaron Jones doesn't get hurt enough to warrant drafting A.J. Dillon high. I guess it's just to get a running back. But, like, Aaron Jones didn't run at all last week at that game. He ran, like, 10 times. Not even. And then A.J. Dillon ran whatever times, like 6 or whatever you said. Like,
it was just crazy.
They weren't running the ball at all. They weren't
raise your hand if you thought A.J. Dillon was going to be more involved.
No, I did.
A little bit.
That's why I
That's it, just me? Okay, hey, listen. Then maybe I'm
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I also just looked at records, and I'm surprised the Packers are 3-2 because they've just been like wet noodles. I feel like.
Yeah, but they were wet noodles last year, and they were like 13-3.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're just finding ways to win. I mean, the G-men stopped them, but they're finding ways to win. Seriously.
Yeah. Dobbins had 44 yards, by the way. So.
Oh, damn. All right. I guess I'll start with my low receiver this week.
Yeah, round it out, bud.
So my high receiver, 3 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. My low receiver, 3 catches, but only 23 yards and no touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, baby.
hate to see it.
Waddle indeed.
So it just goes to show you how volatile the wide receiver position is.
Speaking of volatile,
that man had 40 points. Yeah. Then he had 5.4 points.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I'm not trying to be like, again, this isn't fun.
It's a huge difference, yeah.
Like, it is crazy because I'd like be drooling every week if I'm like, oh my God, this guy's about to just go ham on you guys. And then like those drool would just be tears with 5.4 points.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with a guy who, I mean, I wouldn't say has been lighting it up, but have been putting up pretty good numbers, but dropped this week. A.J. Brown with a 6.2, 3 catches for 32 yards on 7 targets.
Want to hear a fun fact about those 3 catches?
Yeah,
they all happened on the first drive of the game.
That's wild, too.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
And he played 100% of the snaps.
that is
Right?
very a la Kyle Pitts-esque. Very Kyle
That's
Pitts.
crazy too.
First drive, not the first quarter, the first drive. He got all.
That's gotta be tough to watch. You're probably like, oh yeah, let's go. They're going AJ Brown all day. And then,
He's primed and ready.
Well, but hold on though, and Jake, maybe you could answer this because you're an Eagles fan, like you're the resident Eagles fan here. That first game when he had like 15 catches for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns.
No touchdowns, but yeah, carry on.
It was like 25 points. You're right, maybe no touchdowns, but like, has it shifted since then?
Yes.
Devontae Smith, like a
Devontae
week or
Smith
two later,
had no
lit it up.
catches. And then Devontae Smith. That's what's going to happen with those guys. They're going to hot hand feed it. Who's open?
It's
they're two different
again,
players.
it's crazy how just how volatile that
AJ Brown
that
is going to
position
be
is.
double teamed, and Devontae Smith will be open. Then you double team Devontae Smith, and then it's just going to be back and forth. So, also, it's if you just walk by that man in the street, big tough looking man. Do you know what the AJ stands for? It's going to blow your mind.
A Darius Jacob.
Ashley John.
Love it. Those are very good answers. However, his birth name
Aquarius Jones.
Arthur
Jacobs.
Juan.
Yo, I like him more. I like it now. I like it more.
You're like Arthur Juan Brown you're talking about.
You like him a lot better when he's Juan Brown. That makes sense.
Well, if his name was Mike Smith, you're still calling me AJ. Like if my name was, Peter Paul. Nope, I'm AJ. Like,
That's quite the combo there.
Yeah. Arthur Juan.
Juan.
Listen,
Arthur Juan.
Could have been a Jonathan.
That's true.
Yeah. Milo.
What do I know?
I'm allowed to shit on the Milo of the week because I own him. So the same reason I'm upset with my low this week is because Trevor Lawrence is the reason why my receiver is low. Christian Kirk. The same reason I was yelling at Trevor Lawrence about, it's affecting my starting receiver. I believe he was like 17 points week 1, 25 points week 2, 19 points week 3. I'm thinking I got like a very sleeper wide receiver 1. Last week 8.3, this week 2.1. Awful, inexcusable. That's rough. I don't know if it'll come back to the 25-point score, but I'll take a double digit. Look like 2.1 is like
somebody once looked in this podcast, looked right in the camera, and told the receiver that was on the low that they needed to do better, and then they did it. Is that the do better call for the week?
I don't know. Unless Josh Allen gets traded to the Jaguars, there's a chance, a slight possibility. But, I never would care about Christian Kirk in any other capacity. Fantasy forces you to care way more about players that you probably wouldn't care about. Like, I don't care about anyone on the Jags. They're not my division. They're not
Jake, fantasy isn't telling me to care more about the players. It's helping me care about the sport. I care about the safety of these players. I care about their travel. I care about if they get put up in hotels and their families taken care of. I mean, that everything. So –
and go send money to Tom Brady's GoFundMe.
Oh, stop it.
You checking out what they eat for breakfast too?
All right. Well, that'll conclude those highs and lows. Jesus, please help me. Give me the strength. Okay. Now, about the 40-minute mark. Commute's getting a little long. Let us relinquish. Let us unleash
there you go.
Our bold predictions of the week.
All right. I will start off. I have it queued in ready. The handy dandy tablet is back. My bold prediction this week is not that bold, but it's that no one will watch Thursday Night Football ever again. No, my bold prediction is that's not bold.
Amazon had to release Amazon Prime Day just to make up for the Thursday game.
My prediction is that the MILF Hunter himself, Zach Wilson, will score 30. He'll put a 30 spot. Ooh. And then when he's done, he will proceed to slide into Giselle's DMs and hit her up, hit her with the gritty, hit her with the little white boy moves, and he's going to bag her. And Tom Brady's not even going to know because he's not home.
Oh, no.
That's it. Zach Wilson, 30 spot. Maybe on someone's bench, too, this week. But 30 points.
Again, if you're watching the podcast, go back to the video and at least get to like the 39.5-minute mark or so to see that gold. Was that, you want to close this out or you want me?
You can go first.
All right. This one's a little bold. It's not about a player. It's not about an NFL team. It's about our league.
You talk about soccer, I'll lose my shit.
No, stop.
Oh, okay. He's like, it's not about football. I'm like, oh god.
It's not about football. It's not about sports. No, I'm kidding. Here's what I think is going to happen. There's been a lot of talk about the bottom six rising up. A lot of big moves happening. A lot of wild trades. I think 2 teams are coming out of the bottom 6 this week.
Well, it's going to take me multiple weeks, so I'm out of the running.
Yes.
At least 5 of you. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now.
And we'll see how much they represent once they come up. You know, time to see who's real.
Ooh, all right.
I like it.
I mean, Adam, I think, is the best team in the league. I don't think he's being stopped this week. Adam's going to have the highest score of the week. Listen, here's my bold prediction. This is something that we've been talking about since draft night. And it actually came up in the Pick'em segment. Because the McAfrican Americans said they had to make up some waiver picks and some waiver, options here. Now, I don't think anybody who's listening at home or who drafted that night would think this is going to happen. But week 6, Brian Robinson is going to outpoint Antonio Gibson. I think it's going to happen. It's week 6. And listen,
you think it's going to happen? I need it to happen.
Oh, don't be thrilled. It's not going to be a ton of points.
I know.
I didn't say he's going to go bonkers and have himself a day. I'm thinking like 9 points, 10 points, 11 points.
If I get 8, I'll be satisfied.
It'll be like between 8 and 11, and I think Antonio Gibson's going to have maybe like 6, 7 points, something like that. But like, I you know what it is too? It's like, while that sounds great, and it's like, great, you got one, that offense is so bad. It is so terrible.
The Commanders?
Yes.
They're top 10.
In offense?
Yeah, statistically.
I was going to say.
Carson Wentz is like a top 10 quarterback. Like,
dude, his QBR is a 38. He ranks 32 in QBR this year.
Baker Mayfield has had the 2 lowest QBR ratings since the stat was invented, and he is barely over Jamarcus Russell in 2008.
Listen, I'm telling you, I saw this morning. I saw this morning on ESPN because they were talking about the Ron Rivera, where he's like, "Hey, quarterback's the only problem we have in this thing." Bro,
like,
they showed his QBR. It was like a 38.4. He ranks lowest among 32 eligible quarterbacks.
Yeah, he throws like 3 to 4 touchdowns a game, but throws 2 picks. But like,
yeah, I was gonna say he's scoring points. He's just not doing them well.
Lowest QBR
Baker Mayfield
this season.
It's
Hold
Baker
on.
Mayfield.
Before we close out this show.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, he sucks. Deshaun Watson has a better QBR. He hasn't played in a year.
All right, let's see. 29
He's
rows.
got a better R&T rating, too.
Let's see here. 2022. QBR. Okay. Oh man. All right. So I was right. It is 38.2.
Okay.
Yeah, there's someone worse.
Now, to put in perspective, Pat Mahomes is 78.5 and Josh Allen is 78.5.
Yeah, they're also just better passing the eye.
Carson Wentz is 38.2. The only people that are lower than him, hold on. The only people lower than him is Justin Fields, who,
Doesn't throw the ball.
correct. Russell Wilson,
That
Guys,
was big.
Matt Ryan, he can't even stand upright. Mac Jones, 34.9. Jameis Winston,
He can't stand up
33.
straight either.
Davis Mills, 32.3. Joe Flacco, 30.3. Baker Mayfield, 16.6. Now, that has to be the stat must have been like who qualify with X amount of. They
Well,
must
that's
have
why
changed
Joe
it.
Flacco made the list. Joe Flacco played.
That's what I'm saying. That was total for the year. So, like, 7 of the people that are below him, 6 of them aren't even playing anymore.
Right.
So, I'm just saying, like, that
Yeah,
offense is
starters.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
No, he's a terrible quarterback.
I guess.
That's
So,
it. Baker Mayfield for president.
Sam Darnold, baby.
God.
PJ Walker, I think, is playing this week.
Oh,
Listen, that's going to wrap it up this week. 45, 46 minutes.
Hey, that covers my
Appreciate
commute.
it.
So
Listen, Ukraine still getting shellacked. Okay, so
oh gosh.
do something to help out because they still
Do
need it.
better.
They're getting.
Do better, America. We're counting on you.
I'm just saying, like they just picked up the attacks again over the last week or so, and it's getting ugly. Like again,
yeah.
I think they
All
launched
right.
another
This is not how we end. This is not how we
84
end.
missiles.
We don't-
So I'm just letting you know, like, come on, do something for Ukraine.
That's it. Do something for him. Yeah. Put him in your Instagram bio. Replace
No.
the he, she, pronoun section of your Instagram. We don't need that shit. Move on. Do better. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
I
You
do,
do better.
I don't
Where you
endorse
were
the last 5
yesterday,
minutes of this
be
podcast.
That's all there is to it. Be better than yesterday. If you wait till tomorrow, it never comes. Peace out.
Adam, I'm coming for your neck.
Woo! Oh, damn. I'm going to give him some neck.
Hickey style.
Adios, amigos.
Oh, shit, we're still going? Ah!